to my channel. So in this slot we're going to discuss another two essay from chapter 2 form 5, which is known as carbon compound. Alright, so under carbon, so please remember esterification process and also dehydration process. So under esterification, please remember carboxylic acid can be reacted with alcohol in the presence of catalyst, which is concentrated sulfuric acid heated under reflux to produce ester and water. All right, next reaction, dehydration process. If let's say any alcohol is dehydrated in the presence of porcelain chip, which is known as aluminium oxide heated, we will get a alkene plus water. Okay, is the reaction. These two experiment is very important for this year SPM. So we move on to the small question. Student must remember what is mean by hydrocarbon. Hydrocarbon, any compound that contains carbon and hydrogen atoms in its molecule. Next one, we must remember what is mean by saturated and unsaturated hydrocarbon. If saturated contains C single covalent bond between carbon atom, and unsaturated hydrocarbon contains at least one double or one triple covalent bond between atoms of carbon. So please check all the answer given in the module, and please remember all the general formula, functional group, and type of hydrocarbon or non-hydrocarbon. Okay, in this for the homologous series we have total 1 2 3 4 6 homologous series that student must remember. Alkane, the general formula is given. Please write down the N start from 1. Okay, alkene CnH2n, so here N, alkyne CnH2n minus 2, N start from 2 3 4 onward, and this 2 is unsaturated and here is saturated. This is made up of single covalent bond, this is made up of one double covalent bond at this present in its molecule, here one triple covalent bond. All right, so alcohol hydroxyl group CnH2n plus 1 OH. All right, and start from N1 2 3 onward. Carboxyl group, carboxylic acid under carboxy CnH2n plus 1 COOH, and start from 0 1 2. And last one is ester carboxylate compound, is contains CnH2n plus 1 COOCmH2n plus 1, where Cn will be start from 0 1 2, M start from 1 2 3 onward. Please remember alcohol, carboxylic acid, and ester is known as hydrocarbon compound. So please memorize all these general formula. All right, we move on to the next question, isomerism. So student must remember another definition. What is mean by isomerism? Isomerism existence of two or more molecules with same molecular formula but different structural formula. All right, all isomers show same chemical properties but different physical properties. All right, so we move on to the first short essay question. If they give butane and butene, or any alkane, this is alkane, this is alkene. So right, please remember this alkene is known as unsaturated hydrocarbon, and this is known as saturated hydrocarbon. Therefore this alkene can undergo halogenation reaction, or it can undergo oxidation reaction. All right, so in this case they put butane, when they add few drops of acidified potassium manganate 7, the color remains unchanged, the purple color remains unchanged, and once they add butene, the purple color solution decolorizes. Explain the observation. So butane can react with acidified potassium manganate 7, while butane does not react with acidified potassium manganate 7. All right, butane is unsaturated hydrocarbon. It contains at least one carbon with double covalent bond. Thus butane is chemically reactive. Therefore it can undergo oxidation with acidified potassium manganate 7. Butane is saturated hydrocarbon. It contains carbon with single covalent bond. Thus is chemically unreactive. Therefore it cannot undergo addition reaction. So please check this question. All right, we move on to the next short question. The student need to calculate the soot produced by the alkane and alkene compound. The soot is known as black powdery substance produced once the alkene undergo combustion process, and this soot is known as carbon atoms, made up of carbon atoms. So here we have soot, so this is soot. All right, so please remember how to find the percentage of carbon. So here we have hexane. The formula will be C6H will be 14. C6H will be 14. So we apply in the formula CnH2n H2N plus 2 we apply N6 hexane N6, so C6H will be 12 plus 2 14. So this is the answer. Alright, so hexene, so we apply in Cn, H2N we apply N6, so that will be C6H will be 12. And how to find the percentage of carbon? So hexane so contains 6, so we put 6 times 12, then we find the RMM of C6H12. Okay, H14, sorry, H14 times with 100 percentage. We use this formula, we try to find, we got 83.72 percentage. We find the percentage of a carbon atom per molecule of hexene. So C6 times 12, then we find the RMM of C6. C6H will be 12 times with 100 percentage, and this percentage is higher. So then we compare which percentage is higher. So here we have hexene. Hexene is higher, therefore we write the percentage of carbon. The percentage of carbon per molecule of hexene is higher than hexane, thus hexene burns produce more soot than hexane. So please remember all these questions. Conversion of carbon compound, please remember all the conversion of carbon compound. So here I try to start with this one. So once we see C2H6, so this is known as alkane compound. Alkane compound can undergo substitution process and combustion process. Therefore here they add bromine solution in the presence of UV light. So this process is known as substitution process. All right, substitution process. So we get a bromoethane. So this process must remember. Next process, once we see the carbon dioxide and water, this is known as complete combustion. Complete combustion. Alright, so please remember all the conversion given in the module. Please check everything. Alright, so try to memorize substitution, hydrogenation, hydration, oxidation. Alright, so combustion, fermentation, dehydration, very important, and esterification and oxidation. All these conversion, please go through and try to do more question. Alright, so we move on to the next question. Please remember, please try to do catalyst cracking. So answer is given here. I already discussed in previous video. Please check all the video. All right, now we move on to the very important process, dehydration process. Okay, if let's say we have alcohol CnH2n plus 1 OH, again undergo dehydration, we will get alkene CnH2n plus with water. All right, so please remember all this. If let's say I'll take one example, butanol, the formula N will be 4 apply in CnH2n plus 1 OH, so that will be C4, H will be 8 plus 1 9 OH, undergo dehydration process in the presence of porcelain chip. All right, so removal of water, remove the water. So once we remove water, C4H9 minus 1 8, C4H will be 8, then remove the OH, so we put here water molecule. So this is the equation we will get. All right, this is the equation we will get. So state the homologous series butanol present belongs to alcohol. So we have what is the general formula? Please write like this. Okay, what is the chemical equation? Write like this. Butene gas, okay, belongs to what homologous series? The gas X is belongs to what homologous series? So this gas is known as butene. Butene gas, the formula C4H8, it belongs to alkene homologous series. So please remember all this. All right, so it belongs to alkene. So bubble, how to verify the gas? Bubble or direct the gas X into test tube containing bromine solution, or we can take acidified potassium manganate 7 solution. The brown bromine solution will be decolorized, so here the purple color solution will be decolorized. All right, please remember all this. All right, and try to do the isomer for this one. Isomer for butene, I already discussed in previous video. Please check. All right, we try to check the isomer for alcohol. All right, if let's say this alcohol is given. All right, state the name of this alcohol. The name of this alcohol, we try to numbering 1 2 3 4, 1 2 3 4. We give first priority to the functional group. The functional group present at carbon number 1. So I take all the downline, upline I erase. All right, so here N will be 4. So under butanol. So the name of this compound, we can take butanol or butan 1OL. All right, so we try to draw two isomer of this this compound. We try to draw two isomer of this compound. So first of all, I write the rancor for this compound. So I start with long chain 4. Long chain 4. There is no branch, so branch is 0. COH start at carbon number 1. So this is the rancor for this one. So what I do, I try to change the rancor. Long chain 4, branch is 0. COH start at carbon number 2. So I try to draw one isomer 1, 2, 3, 4. So the long chain 4, no branch. So and the functional group start at carbon number 2. Functional group start at carbon number 2. So carbon number 1, carbon number 2, carbon number 3, carbon number 4. So I put the functional group at carbon number 2. So if student draw like this wrong, please remember. Alright, so like this wrong. So need to break everything. So here draw like this. So each carbon must have 4 bonding. So all these fill up with hydrogen. So the name of this compound will be butane 2OL. So this is the first functional isomer. So I try to do another rancor long chain 3. I put branch 1, COH start at carbon number 1. So here 1, 2, 3. So the branch cannot present at first carbon and last carbon. So the branch must present at the between first and last carbon of the long chain. Between first and last carbon. Please remember. So here I put one branch. Long chain done, one branch. So the branch will be this one. Each carbon must have 4 bonding. The functional group start at carbon number 1. So 1, 2, 3. So one functional group. Please break like this. Alright, each carbon must have 4 bonding. Alright, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So we already got C4H9OH, the molecular formula. Okay, already we draw second isomer. We try to name this compound. So N long chain 3. Long chain 3 we call propan. Propan, so we start at carbon number 1, carbon number 2, carbon number 3. So we can put propanol. This is known as branch. The name of this branch is known as methyl. So the methyl attached on carbon number 2. So the name of the branch is 2-methyl. So the name of this compound will be 2-methyl. Methyl propanol or 2-methyl. Methyl propan. Propan 1OL. So we already draw two isomer. First isomer butane 2-ol. Second isomer 2-methyl propanol. Alright, so please practice, please go through. Move on to the next, all the condition and also name of the catalyst, temperature required for the hydrogenation process. Please remember, okay, we need hydrogenation process. We need nickel as a catalyst under 80 degrees Celsius temperature. For hydration process, preparation of alcohol in industry. So this is known as how to prepare alcohol, various alcohol. In industry, for this we need concentrated phosphoric acid. Concentrated phosphoric acid, please remember 360. So 300 degrees Celsius, 60 atm. So given in the module, please check. For the esterification preparation of ester, we need concentrated sulfuric acid. Please put heated under reflux. Alright, so is here. Alright, so please check all this. Alright, next we move on to the short essay or short structure question, preparation of ester. Please check all these esterification reaction. Under esterification reaction, we need ethanoic acid. So write down the formula of ethanoic acid, CH3COOH reacted with ethanol, C2H5OH. Alright, so the name of the catalyst needed, the solution X will be catalyst. So this catalyst is concentrated sulfuric acid. Alright, please remember concentrated sulfuric acid, and please cut the hydrogen and OH, combine them together, CH3COO, take this one C2H5, alright, plus with water. Alright, so the name of this compound, this will be our branch. The name of the branch will be ethyl, and the name of this carboxylate compound is known as ethanol. Take the carboxylate compound ethanoate. How to draw the structural formula? Please start with here. Alright, please remember the functional group of ester. Please do like this, and in front of this got 2C1 2, behind here got 1. So each carbon must have 4 bonding. So this is the structural formula of the ester. Alright, ester. So I already discussed this question in previous video. Please check all this the answer. Question number 12, breathalyzer. A breathalyzer is a device to estimate the blood alcohol content from the breath sample. So please remember, in this device we have acidified potassium dichromate 6. This acidified potassium dichromate 6 will turn Orange will turn to green color in the presence of alcohol. If alcohol present, it will undergo acidified potassium dichromate 6 will trigger the alcohol to undergo oxidation process to produce carboxylic acid and water. All right, so during this reaction, so what will happen? The orange color solution will turn color or the green color. All right, so now the name of the substance present in the detector, please remember acidified potassium dichromate 6. It will undergo, what is the name of the process? The name of the process is oxidation. What is the observation? Orange color solution turns green. All right, so write down the half equation involved in the reaction between the acidified potassium dichromate 6. So acidified potassium dichromate 6. So we have hydrogen ion, potassium ion, dichromate 6 ion. So in this reaction, potassium ion acts as spectator ion. So Cr2O7 dichromate 6 ion, hydrogen ion, they will gain electron to produce water molecule. Hydrogen combined with oxide to form water molecule. Here we will get chromium 3 positive. All right, next balance the oxygen. Oxygen 7, so I put 7. Hydrogen 14, so I put 14 here. The oxidation number of this substance acidified potassium dichromate 6, take the 6, put here. All right, so balance the chromium 2, chromium 2. So this is the answer for the half equation. So it's given in the module. All right, if person is detected consume alcohol containing ethanol, ethanol C2H5OH, please remember, name the process between acidified potassium dichromate 6 and the ethanol. So that is oxidation. Write down chemical equation. So we try to put ethanol C2H5OH in the presence of acidified potassium dichromate 6. So this process is known as oxidation of alcohol. All right, so we will get ethanoic acid plus water. Please remember, so the formula of ethanoic acid CH3COOH plus water. Balance the oxygen. Here 2 oxygen, here 3 oxygen. How to get 3 oxygen? Just put 2 here. So this is the answer that student should have stood right. All right, now we go for state the uses of ethanol. The uses of ethanol related to its properties. Ethanol is a colorless solution, volatile. It has low melting boiling point, miscible with water. Therefore, it is used as solvent in perfume, cosmetic ink. Okay, ethanol is used as fuel. Ethanol is a clean fuel. Combustion of ethanol produces carbon dioxide and water with little atmospheric pollution. Ethanol also is used to prepare antiseptic, okay, for skin disinfection, all that. Ethanol also is used as a solvent in cough syrup. Effects. State the effects of misuse of ethanol. Drinking alcohol can cause an accident when the actions are not out of control, attack central nervous system and slow down the physical and mental activity. The consumption of ethanol by a pregnant woman can cause birth defect. Excessive ethanol intake can damage the kidney, liver, heart, and brain. Please remember all this. We try to answer this objective question. Look at this objective question. All right, we try to answer this objective question. Okay, a number of road accidents caused by misuse of alcohol is increasing. The police always carry out roadblock to test the presence of alcohol in the air exhaled by the road user by using device which contains substance X. So what is the name of the substance X? That will be acidified potassium dichromate 6 solution. So the answer will be P. All right, so we move on to the next question. Conversion of carbon compound. Conversion of carbon compound. I already discussed this question in the previous video. Please check all this. All right, so we move on to the one example of reaction. Okay, one example of question. So we have propene. Please write down the general formula of propene alkene. So CnH2n, propene N3. So apply in the formula. So we will get C3H will be C3H will be 6. Alright, so this is the formula of propene. When propene undergo hydration process, we need to add water in the presence of concentrated phosphoric acid, 300, okay, please remember 360. So we put here 300 degrees Celsius, 60 atm. Alright, so this will be alcohol. The name of the alcohol, this is belongs to alcohol. The name of the alcohol will be Propanol. And propanol, the formula, please remember CnH2n plus 1OH. Apply N3. So the formula will be C3H will be 6 plus 1, 7OH. Alright, so now we go for this reaction. Alright, so propene undergo reaction number 1, it turn into propane. Propane CnH2n plus 2 is belongs to alkane homologous series. Apply N3. N3C3H will be 6 plus 2, 8. So they add here hydrogen gas. Addition of hydrogen gas is known as hydrogenation reaction. In this process we need catalyst. All right, catalyst nickel, temperature under 80 degrees Celsius. All these must remember. All right, so they take the propanol reacted with compound W in reaction number 2. So they produce propyl ethanovate. This propyl ethanovate is belongs to ester, propyl ethanovate. So here the propyl will be propanol. So the alcohol that they use, okay, or the compound X they use is propanol, and the compound W they use is ethanoate. So ethanoic acid, carboxylic acid, that will be ethanoic acid. All right, so we try to write down the formula of ethanoic acid, CH3COOH, and we try to write down the formula of propanol, C3H7OH, and we try to get the equation. So we cancel the HOH, they combine together and form water molecule. Take this one, CH3COO, take the branch, put your C3H7. The name of this compound, so this will be C3H7 will be propyl, and the name of this compound CH3COO will be ethanoate. All right, so how to draw the structural formula? So I draw with this one. Okay, we draw the functional group of ester, C double bond OO, and in front of this one got one C, so I put one C. Behind here got three C, 1 2 3. Each carbon atom must have 4 bonding. 1 2 3 4 1 2 3 4 1 2 3 4 1 2 3 4 5 6 7. So we already get C3H7, so we write this one COO. All right, so in front here got CH3, so here got CH3, so I already draw the structural formula of the compound. All right, move on to the first question. First question, they want us to name the compound reaction 1 and reaction 2. So I put here number 1, so I put here name of reaction 1. The name of reaction 1 is known as hydrogenation process. All right, so reaction number 2. Reaction number 2. The name of reaction number 2 is known as esterification process. So we already scored 2 marks here. So here, next question, please read the next question. State the formula of compound X. They want the formula of compound X. Write the balanced chemical equation for the formation of propyl ethanoate, and describe a test to differentiate compound W and compound X. So given here 3 marks. All right, so they want the formula of compound X. So I do question number 2 here. Right, question number first requirement of the question, they want the formula of compound X. So I put here formula of compound X. So this compound X is propanol, so we try to do the C3H will be 7OH. Then they want the formula of compound W. All right, the formula of compound W will be ethanoic acid, so the formula will be here CH3COOH. So I already scored 2 marks. All right, so next one, write down the chemical equation for the formation of propyl ethanoate. The answer is given here. So question number, chemical equation. So I write down the chemical equation CH3COOH, all right, plus with C3H7OH, all right, so heated under reflux, so we will get CH3COO. Take this one, put your C3H7 plus with water molecule. So this is the answer. We already scored 2 marks. All right, now we need to differentiate compound X and compound W. This compound X is alcohol. All right, alcohol. This compound W, please remember compound W is known as carboxylic acid. They want us to differentiate between compound X and compound W. So we try to do what? We try to take we try to put compound W solution, and we try to put magnesium ribbon. So what will happen here? Colorless gas bubbles will be given off, and we repeat with compound X, there is no changes will occur. So we try to answer this question. All right, how to answer this question? So we need to start to describe the procedure. So the first point, all right, so we try to measure and pour 3 cm power 3 of solution X and solution W into 2 test tube. 2 test tube. Point number 2, we add magnesium ribbon. magnesium ribbon or zinc ribbon, okay, into two test tube containing solution X and solution W respectively. All right, so next point number 3 will be we place a burning wooden splinter near to the mouth of both test tube All right, so point number 4 will be observation. Okay, pop sound is heard for the solution. Pop sound is heard if the compound if it is compound X, which is if it is compound W, which is ethanoic acid, and no changes for compound X, which is propanol. So this is the answer that students to try. All right, so please remember compound X is propanol, compound W is ethanoic acid. So how to differentiate these two, compound X and W? We measure and pour 3 cm power 3 of solution X or compound X and compound W into two test tube. Add magnesium ribbon or zinc ribbon into two test tube containing solution X or solution W respectively. Place a burning wooden splinter near to the mouth of both test tube. A pop sound is heard if it is compound W, and no changes if compound X. To answer this question, please check this compound X. All right, so produce once undergo reaction number 1, it's produce ethanoic acid, the formula CH3COOH. All right, and next one, reaction number 2, it's undergo reaction number 2 is produce ethene. So ethene belongs to homologous series alkene CnH2n. All right, CnH2n, so I apply N2, so C2H will be 4. All right, so and question reaction number 3, so when ethanoic acid reacted with something, we got ethyl ethanoate. This is belongs to ester. The name of this reaction will be esterification, and this ethyl stand for produce made up from ethanol. Ethanoate will be under ethanoic acid. So these are the two reactants that used to produce ethyl ethanoate. So reaction number 1 is known as oxidation. Reaction number 2 is known as, and this product will be alcohol under N2. N2 will be ethanol. So we apply in CnH2n plus 1 OH. So we will get C2H will be 4 plus 1, 5 OH. So but a compound X will be ethanol. Alright, so the name of the reaction when alcohol change into alkene is known as dehydration. Dehydration, we need forcing chip. Alright, so dehydration. Alright, so we move on to the question. So first question, state the name of reaction 1, reaction 2, reaction 3. So I put here reaction 1, reaction 2, and reaction 3. Alright, so reaction 3. So reaction 1 is known as oxidation. So I put here reaction 1 is known as oxidation of alcohol. Reaction number 2. Reaction number 2 is dehydration, known as dehydration of alcohol. So reaction number 3 is known as esterification. So I put here esterification process. Alright, so we already scored 3 marks here. Okay, state the name, homologous series, and molecular formula of compound X. So I put here compound X. So they want the name of compound X. Compound X, the name of compound X will be ethanol. Second point, they want the homologous series. So I put here homologous series of this compound is known as alcohol. And the third one, they want the molecular formula. So I put here molecular formula will be, all right, C2H5OH. So this is the molecular formula. So I already score 3 marks for this one. So next question, they want draw label Prataseta for reaction number 2. So this is the dehydration process of ethanol. So how to draw here, I'll try to draw here. All right, we draw the boiling tube, we take the cotton wool. All right, so here I put cotton wool, we chop with ethanol solution. So we put here 4 saline chip. the fossil chip. So here we heated here. All right, so the gas that produced is heating gas is directed. All right, so how to draw the stopper should be drawn like this. All right, so this is the one, so they need to do retort stand. So we try to draw, so we try to collect the gas by using water displacement method. All right, so this is the water. So here we will collect the gas. So the name of the gas will be heating gas. So this is known as test tube. This is known as basin, contains water. All right, so here this apparatus is known as boiling tube. We label this is delivery tube. So this is the process or drawing experiment setup that we should draw for dehydration process. Please go through, and one more, please try to put the symbol for the retort stand here. All right, so because the test tube cannot stand without support, so we just draw the symbol of retort stand here. So this is the drawing. Please practice and please try to memorize the drawing. All right, so we move on to the next part, essay question. Very important essay question. So we check the question here. So this can come out in section C, question number 11. All right, experimental essay question. So we try to answer this question. Describe how to produce ethyl ethanoate can be prepared in laboratory. In your description, include the name of the substance needed to prepare the ester, include material, apparatus, observation, chemical test, chemical equation, and draw the structural formula. So the substance needed to prepare ethyl ethanoate, please remember, so this is known as alcohol. The name of the alcohol, ethanol, and here we need carboxylic acid. All right, the carboxylic acid, the name of the carboxylic acid is ethanoic acid, and we need catalyst few drops of concentrated sulfuric acid. So next part, so material, include the name of the substance finish. Next will be material and apparatus, ethanol, glacial ethanoic acid, concentrated sulfuric acid, and distilled water. All right, apparatus, measuring cylinder, boiling tube, dropper, Bunsen burner, beaker, tripod stand. All right, wire gauze, glass rod. So we try to measure and procedure measure and pour 5 cm power 3 of glacial ethanoic acid into a boiling tube. Add 5 cm power 3 of absolute ethanol solution into a boiling tube. Add 10 drop of concentrated sulfuric acid and shake well the boiling tube. Stir the mixture with glass rod. Fill a beaker with 150 cm power 3 of water to heat to boiling and heat to boiling. Okay, place the boiling tube into the beaker and boil the mixture for 15 minutes. Remove the boiling tube from the beaker and pour the mixture in a beaker half filled with cold water. Observe and record the color, solubility, and the smell of the product form. So the color will be colorless liquid. Smell, fruity smell is detected. Solubility in water. So when we add in a measuring cylinder got water, the solution that produce insoluble in water, two layer of the solution will form. All right, so chemical equation, please remember the chemical equation. Okay, and the drawing for the structural formula of ethyl ethanoate, please remember. What's question? So we try to read this question. All right, hi friends, do you know that some of the chemicals smell fragrance? This one we have propyl ethanoate. So I take here propyl ethanoate. So this propyl ethanoate is belongs to ester homologous series. So this propyl ethanoate is made up of propanol. I take the propyl, convert into alcohol. The one of the reactant is propanol. Now C3H will be 7OH. Another one ethanoate I change into carboxylic acid. Another reactant will be ethanoic acid. So ethanoic acid CH3COOH. So we already got two reactant used this ester in this ester. So the name of the reaction will be esterification. So now we move on to the question. So the first questions we try, suggest the name of alcohol P. So I put here alcohol P will be propanol. Alcohol P will be propanol, and draw the structural and carboxylic acid. All right, so and carboxylic acid, please, Q. Sorry, so the carboxylic acid Q will be ethanoic acid. So the carboxylic acid Q will be ethanoic acid. All right, so next one we try to answer the question. Next question, draw the function, state the functional group of propyl ethanoate and draw the structural formula of propyl ethanoate. So next point, the functional. functional group of propyl propyl ethanoate. Please remember this propyl ethanoate is belongs to ester, so the functional group of ester is known as carboxylate group. All right, and next one they want us to draw the function structural formula of propyl ethanoate. So we try to draw the equation here, ethanoic acid. So I try to draw the equation here, CH3COOH reacted with propanol C3H7OH, and I will try to get the structural formula first, molecular formula first. Cut this one. So we got CH3COO, then take this one C3H7 plus with water. So I take this structure and draw the structural formula. So I put here structural formula of propyl ethanoate. So I draw from here. I draw the functional group of ester. So I draw the functional group of ester bonding O here. And in front of this C, I got one C here. Behind got three C. 1, 2, 3. Each carbon must have 4 bonding. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So I already draw CH3 here. All right, so here 1, 2, 3. So I already draw the structural formula of propyl ethanoate. So this is the answer. Then I erase the equation, chemical equation, which not required in the question. So I already score 4 marks for this question. All right, we move on to the next question. Try to read the question. Ester are produced from are used as a food additive to enhance the taste and smell of processed food. Pentyl ethanoate. So they give here pentyl ethanoate. So it's an artificial food flavor used in this drink. Okay, by using suitable substance, explain briefly how you prepare a banana flavor in laboratory. For your answer should be included chemical equation. Alright, so for this 7 marks is given, so I will start with material. All the material needed. The material that needed is pentanol. So I put here pentanol solution. Pentanol solution. Ethanoate, so I need carboxylic acid, which is ethanoic acid. Alright, so I need ethanoic acid. I need concentrated sulfuric acid as catalyst. Alright, apparatus that needed. So list out all the apparatus. Just now we already discussed. So I list out the measuring cylinder. Measuring cylinder, I need boiling tube. I need dropper, Bunsen burner, beaker, tripod stand, wire gauze, alright, and glass rod. So these are the material that needed. I'll start with procedure here. Alright, the first procedure, first point, we try to measure 5 cm power 3 of glacial ethanoic acid, and we pour into a boiling tube. So 1 mark for this one. Then point number 2, add. So we try to check what is the name of the ethanol alcohol, pentanol. Add 5 cm power 3 of absolute pentanol into the same boiling tube. Then we need to add catalyst. So we add 10 drops of concentrated sulfuric acid. Okay, and we shake well the boiling tube to mix well the mixture. All right, so next point number 4, we stir the mixture with a glass rod. All right, point number 5, we need to fill a beaker with 150 cm power 3 of water, and we need to heat to boiling. All right, point number 6, we place, once the water is boiled, we place the boiling tube in into the water, and we boil the mixture. Boil the mixture about for 15 minutes. 15 minutes. And point number 7, after 15 minutes we remove the boiling 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 tube the beaker from the beaker and pour the mixture in a beaker, or we can take a measuring cylinder. Beaker half filled with cold water. All right, so we try to do question number 8. Observe and record the color, the solubility and the smell of the product form. So this is the procedure that students to try. All right, so here measure 5 cm power 3 of glacial ethanoic acid. So we take a glacial ethanoic acid, add 5 cm power 3 of absolute pentanol solution, add 10 drop of concentrated sulfuric acid, okay, and shake well the boiling tube. Stir the mixture with a glass rod, fill a beaker with 150 cm power 3 of water and heat to boiling. Place the boiling tube into the water and boil the mixture about 15 minutes. Remove the boiling tube from the beaker and pour the mixture in a beaker half filled with water. Observe and record the color, solubility, smell of the product form. All right, so here they didn't ask observation, so we no need to give observation. They want the chemical equation. So pentanol, so I try to find the molecular formula of pentanol. Alcohol, we try to write down the general formula of alcohol, CnH2n plus 1 OH. We apply N5, so that will be C5H will be 10 plus 1 11 OH. That is pentanol. Ethanoic acid, so the formula of ethanoic acid, CH3COO H. So we already get the structural formula or molecular formula of pentanol and ethanoic acid. So I write down the ethanoic acid, molecular formula of ethanoic acid and pentanol, C5H11OH, and I try to get the equation. So here I cancel this one and this one, so we get CH3COO. Then take this one C5H11 and put the water. After that remove the red dot, remove this one. All right, so this is the equation that student should write. So this is the complete answer, essay question answer that student have to write. If let's say in this question they want the observation, so try to do table and describe the observation. So here I put observation. So I put here test that we describe. Point number 8, test, and here I put observation. The first test that we do is the color, so I put here color. The color will be, it will form colorless liquid. All right, so second test we check the smell of the product form. We will get the fruity smell or banana flavor smell is detected. Next one we check the solubility in water. It's insoluble in water, or it forms two layers of solution is formed. All right, so this is the answer if observation is asked in the question. Right, we move on to the last experiment that in the chapter, question number 11 experiment. So this is can come out in section C, question 11, dehydration of alcohol. So please remember dehydration of alcohol. So here they give compound P, okay, less than 4 carbon. So less than 4 carbon, so I take N2. All right, so once this compound P is heated and by using porcelain chip, which is Al2O3, so the name of this process, please remember, is a dehydration process. So this will be alcohol. The general formula of alcohol, please remember, CnH2n plus 1. So I use N2, so that will be C2H will be OH. So the general formula of alcohol will be CnH2n plus 1 OH. All right, so I apply less than 4 carbon, so I apply N2. So the formula C2H will be 4 plus 1, 5 OH. And the name of this alcohol, please remember, ethanol. Ethanol will produce ethene. Ethene, the general formula alkene CnH2n, apply N2, C2H will be 4. Alright, H will be 4. So in this experiment, they want label diagram, procedure, and verify the alkene Q. So the label diagram will be here. So we need to use a boiling tube. All right, so the cotton glass wool chopped with ethanol. So here unglazed porcelain chip. All right, so we use water displacement method to collect the ethene gas. So this will be test tube. So here will be delivery tube. All right, so please practice drawing this diagram. And procedure, okay, procedure is given here. Place some glass wool in boiling tube, add ethanol solution into boiling tube to wet the glass wool by using dropper. Clamp the boiling tube horizontally, very important, must put this one horizontally. All right, using retort stand, put some unglazed porcelain chip in the mid section of boiling tube. Close the boiling tube with stopper fitted with delivery tube, and other end of the delivery tube is placed and under inverted test tube filled with water. Eat the unglazed porcelain chip. Must put this word strongly. When the porcelain chip is hot, the flame is shifted to it gently. Alright, so here heated gently to glass wool to vaporize the ethanol. Observe and record the changes that occur. Alright, so that equation will be here. Alright, so the equation C2H5OH, alright, undergo dehydration process, so removal of water. So remove the water, C2H5 minus 1 will be 4. Alright, so I take this one and this one, make it water. All right, this is the equation given. The test to prove the presence of gas Q. All right, so gas ethene gas. All right, so direct the colorless gas Q, okay, produced into test tube containing bromine solution. If ethene is produced, the brown bromine solution turns colorless. So this is the test that student must describe. Please remember this experiment. Please check this question. Please check this question. All right, we read the question. Mr. Mathiran, Mr. Mathiran planned to buy a new car, but was confused between petrol and diesel engine. He is not only one facing the dilemma. Okay, it is most of a common question asked by people who want to buy the car. All right, after he learned the diesel value on the formula C15H28 is a hydrocarbon, has a greater number of carbon atoms per molecule than petrol. Petrol C8H18. Mr. Mathiran chose to buy a car with a diesel engine. Okay, it's a save money, fuel safe. All right, so in your justify the answer. So I agree with this answer. Yes, his choice is right. Why? Because the amount of energy of diesel is more compared to petrol because it contains more carbon and hydrogen compare to petrol for this 1 mark. All right, so next point number 3. All right, so diesel can provide more travel compared to petrol. All right, point number 4. So therefore diesel save more money. All right, so these are the questions that student must remember for to justify this one. So I put yes. Why? Because the amount of diesel is more compared to petrol, because it contains more carbon and hydrogen compared to petrol. Diesel can provide more travel compared to petrol. Diesel can save more money compared to petrol. So these are the questions. All right, so we will meet up in next slot. Okay, so 2 experiment that student must remember in this chapter, carbon compound. Please remember 2 experiment that student must remember. Point number 12, which is to investigate the reaction between carboxylic acid and ester, and the last one is known as to investigate the dehydration of alcohol to produce alkene gas. Okay, alkene gas. So that's all from me. Thank you very much. Take care. Bye bye. See you all in next slot.